Welcome to Rusty's Sudoku stream. I'm Rusty. I'm also streaming more than I was doing yesterday, apparently. In any case, we have Sudoku Puzzle in medium, number 761. See if we can work through. Part of my delay today is writing a response to a question where the real answer is, hey, you got to make the decision. Where you went to get answers, probably not the best place. You're going to get people who will tell you it's overblown. You're going to get people who will tell you it's not. Hey, that's kind of the way life works these days. There are tools available to you to make those decisions. Things like the materials safety data sheets or the stuff you're working with. There are people you may need to consult with. You have family. You have a significant other that may be concerned about some of this stuff. Maybe wants you to be home nights, not in the hospital, not elsewhere. Talk with them. Make sure that they're in on the decisions. All right. Hit the checkbox here in a moment, assuming I got everything right. You get 20 seconds to start solving this. There you go. I mean, I do my best to make sure that where I do certain 3D printing with certain chemicals, they're in spaces where I don't tend to stand there while it's printing. Maybe it's overblown, maybe it's not. All right, we got two possibilities for one here. Three possibilities here. Four here. Two here. Four here. And looks like three here. Right, I think I got that one already. Two. So I got three possibilities there. Five up here. And four possibilities here. Two here. That means these two are possibilities. And then, yes, I've got four here. All right, threes. I get a three down here. And four possibilities there. Three here. Four here. Like three here. Three here. Four here. Okay. Looking for fours now. Three possibilities there. Four there. Two here. That means a four there. Four there. Get three possibilities there and there. And did we get anything useful out of that? Some, but more later. Here we've got a 5, One of these two is a 5. Get 3 possibilities here. A 5 here. 2 possibilities here. 5 possibilities here. 2 possibilities for 6 here. We get a 6 build here. And five possibilities there. 2 possibilities here. And it looks like 3 possibilities here. And over here we've got 4. Alright. 7s. We got a 7 here. 3 possibilities here. 5 here. 3 possibilities here. 5 here. And 5 possibilities here. 4 here. And looks like 7 here. Alright, 8s. One of these two is an 8. Obviously none of these can be an 8, but one of these two is an 8. Showing 4 possibilities here. One of these two is an 8. And 3 possibilities here. Alright, 9s. Got a 9 here. Another 9 here. One of these 3 is a 9. One of these 2 is a 9. Nope, that's not a 9. That's a 9, that's an 8. And over here we get this to be a 9. And that means one of these two is a 9. One of these two is a 9. And I've got 4 possibilities here. We'll run through these. Well, we've got 2 possibilities here now. One of these is a 2. 3, 4, 5, 6. One of these two is a 7. These two is a 1. One of these 3 is a 2. 3, 4, 5, 6. These 3 is a 7. And these 3 is an 8. Run through this one again. We got 1s, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. So 1 or 8 here or here. 8 is possible here. Alright. Let's come down here so we can do anything interesting here. Got a 1. One of these 3 is a 2. 3 pair of possibilities for a 4. 5 is going to be one of these 3. The 6 here, never mind. 5 possibilities for a 7. One of these two is an 8, and we've got a 9. Alright. 4 possibilities for 1. 2 for 2. One of these 2 is a 3. 4 will be one of these 3. 5. None of these 3 will be a 6. It's going to be this one and this one. That's choices. 7. Everything's available to be a 7. 8 and 9. Okay. 1, 2. One of these 3 is a 3. One of these 3 is a 4. And I've got a bunch of possibilities for a 5. 6 here. All of these could be 7. We've got an 8. And one of these 2 can be a 9. One of these 4 is a 1. One of these... Oh, nope. One of these 2 is a 2. Because neither of these can be a 2. We have to have one in this row, and this one is blocked. 3. 3 possibilities for 3. 3 possibilities for 4. 5 here. 5 possibilities for 6. 3 for a 7. 8 and 9. Okay, with these 5s goes a 1. That means that's a 1 there. Not a 1. So 2s still have 3 possibilities. 3, 4, 5, 6 are all either given or derived already. One of these 3 is a 7. This can't be an 8, so one of these 2 is an 8. Since one of these 2 is an 8, that makes this an 8, not an 8 here. This becomes an 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 2 is a 6. Not a 6 up here. This is a 6. 6 is here. 7 is here. Okay, 1 here. 2s. 3 is going to be one of these 3. 4, 5, 3 possibilities for, or 4 possibilities for a 6, 7 and 8, and one of these 2 is a 9. Okay, 3 possibilities for 1, 2 for 2 here, 2 for 3 here, and 4. We got one of these 3 is a 4. 5, 6, 7s, 8, 9. All right, we're going to flood fill the rest of this. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7s, 8, of these two is a 9. All right. Here, 3 possibilities for 1, 2 for 2, 2 for 3, those 3 is a 4, 5, 6. Everything's open for 7, 8, and 9. And I've got 3 possibilities for 1, 2 for 2, 3 for 3, 3 for 4, 5, no, not a 5, 3 for 3. Okay, pair 4, 4, we have 5 up here. And not a lot of top. One of these two is a 6. We've got 3 possibilities for 7, 8, and 9. 1, 3 possibilities for 2, 3 possibilities for 3, 4, 5, 4 possibilities for 6, 7, 8, pair for 9. 1 of these 3 is a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and one of these 3 is a 7. Already got this one filled out as well as this one. 1, 2s, 3, 4, 3 possibilities for 5, 6 is here already, 3 possibilities for 7, actually 5 possibilities, and 2 for an 8, and a 9 is already provided. So I've got 2 possibilities for 1, 2, 3s, 5s, 2 6s, 7s, 8 here, 9. Oh, hmm. Ah, 1, 7, 1, 7. So this becomes a 3. This becomes a 6. Now I can clean up 6s. And we have 3s to clean up. Yes, we do. There and there. Not a 7 here, here, or here. That makes this a 2. It's because there's a 7, 6 here. So 4, 3, 4, 3 as well. Doesn't help me as much with the others here or here, because these two are not parenthetical. All right, 6, 3, 6, 3. Not a 2, that makes that a 7. This becomes a 2. This becomes a 2, not a 2. And that's about all I can do with that. And 6 is here. All right, 6, 3 here. So, oh, nope, I have 7. All right. 7, 1, 7, 1. Neither are affecting much else. Oh, this can't be a 7, so that's a 7. So these two is a 7. 4, 1, 3. 4, 1, 3, 7, 4, 3. Not a 2 anymore. 2 there, so not a 2 there. These two is a 2. Seven, 8, 7, 8 makes this into a 6. This becomes a 7. Not a 2. What do we got left here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This would be a 6. And not a 6 here. Not if this is a 6. All right, so let's back out to that point. Okay, that can't be a 6. Let's go with a 7 and a 6 here. That would make this into a 7, which it can't be. We're missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 would be it, but that's a fixed 7 there. Ah. This cannot be a 7. That means this over here can't be a 6. So let's back that down. All right. Anything else that could be? Well, let's assume that's not a 3 anymore. Do that, and we say this is a 3. We'll move the 3's here. And then move that 3, turn that into a 7. Okay, we're missing something else here. 2, 3, 4, 5. So neither of these can be a 6, or can this one? All right, backing all the way out. And let's flood fill from the beginning. One of these two is a 1. Choose here. Nope, got a 3 here. One of these two is a 4. 5, 6. One of these 4 is a 7. And it looks like everything's open to be an 8. So 1, 3, 4. One of these two is a 5. And this one's going to be a 6, so this is a 5. We're looking at 7s now. I've got 4 possibilities for 7. 3 possibilities for, no, 2 possibilities for an 8. And 2, nope, a 9 there. That makes that an 8. I get a 7, 2 pair. All right, let's move over here. We got 3 possible 1s. Bunch 2 possible. 3s here. Fours. 5 here. 6s. 7, 8, and 9. So we got a 1 here. These 3 is a 2. And these 3 is a 3. 4 here. And not a 5 there. 6s on the other hand. 7, 8, can't be an 8 here because of the 8 there. All right. 9s. Nope, that one can't be a 9. So one of these two is a 9. We'll come back. So we got 2 possibilities of 1, 2 here. Sorry, closing my eyes when I shouldn't. All right, 4s are marked, 5s. There. 6s. One of these two is a 6. Neither of them got earmarked as, nope, can't do that. So we got 5 possibilities for a 7 here. 7, 8. Yeah, it looks like 4 possibilities for a 9. Here we got a 1. Not a lot of guidance here. Just go ahead and mark all of them as potentially a 2. Except these two can't be a 2. threes. We get a 3 here. Means none of those 3 will be 3. 4. So not a 4 there. 5. One of these 3 is going to be a 5. We got a 6 here already. Okay. 5 plus 7 here. 8. Just these 2 possibilities. Then we get a 9 here. All right. 1 here. One of these 2 is a 2. All right. 3s. Fours, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. All right. 3 possibilities for 1, 2, 3. 4 possibilities for 4. Except that's going to be a 4 here. But 5. Looks like 2 possibilities for 5. 3 possibilities for 6. Okay, that can't be a... That can be, though. 7. 'Cause that can't be a 6. How about a 7? No, that could be a 7. That does, however, tie up 7s, 8s. And 9. 1s. 2. And these 4s a 3. One of these 3 is a 4. 5 already. 6. 7. 8. I'm going to use 2. That makes that into a 9. And it means this is not a 9. Seven, 6, 7, 6, so not a 7. 7, not a 7. Also with the 7, 6, 7, 6, not a 7. Here, or here. That can't be an 8 to begin with. This is an 8, not an 8 here. And that can't be a 6 at this point. 1 on the 5. This is going to be a 5. That's 5. That becomes an 8, so we're clean up that. All right. All right. 7, 3, 7, 1. 7, 6, 1, 6, 3. Well, this is the only 4 in the row. Nope, this one also becomes possible. But these 3 possibilities are not an 8 here. We're here. 7, 2, 7, 2 makes that into a 4. 7, 8, 2, 7, 8, 4. 7, 4, 2, 7, 2. Okay, and this can't be an 8. That's 1. We can clean up the 1. Yay. Okay, 7676, so not a 6 here, not a 9. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Hmm. Go with this 2. Clean up the 4s here. This becomes a 3. 3 there. 8, or 7, 5, 7, 9, 7, 3, 7, 4, here, here, here. That is 3, this is 4, this is 2, got a 2, 2, not a 1, 7, make this 6. We can clean up 6s. Not a 4 or 3. Okay, 1, 2, 7, 2, 7, 1. Not a 7, that's 3 there, 6 here. 7 and 6 here as a result. Not a 7 there, 2 here, 7 here. Not 2s, not 6s. 7 and 8. Alright. 5, 1, 7, 1, 2, 7, 2, not a 2, not a 2, 6, 3 here, a 2, not a 2 here, 1, 4, 7, 4, 1, 7. We have 5s here, and that's going to be a 5. These two is a 2. These 3 is a 7. One of these 2 is a 9. Okay, that can't be a 2. Or that can't be a 2. Alright. Let's clean up 2's here and here. That makes this into a 7. This into a 2, so that can't be a 2. One of these two will be a It'd be a 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can we put a 7 here? No, we can't. See if I can find my way back to that circuit that started. All right, go with that. Drop a 2 there, 7 there, 6 and 7 here. Not a 7 there or there, a 2 pair. So not a 2 here or here. Okay, we got a 6 here. That 6 says that can't be a 6, so this gets to be a 6. And none of these are 6s. One of these 2. Uh, and yeah, I'm slightly frustrated here, so not keeping up with the dialogue the way I should. Oh boy. Well, yes, it was afraid. All right, we've just gone over an hour. So that's going to do for today. I am going to clear the entire board. And we will try this again tomorrow. After we do tomorrow's puzzle. All right. Thanks, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful day. Mine was not great, but hey, we get that.